And I said to myself, no more freaking excuses. You sit down and you start filming yourself from day one. And you're gonna upload these videos to YouTube and see how you grow. Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh, so freaking tired, so exhausted. I have to sit down as promised and record a video a day. So my challenge is that I've stepped into is to speak to the camera for the next 30 days and learn how to speak to the camera confidently without any help, without doing any courses and paying for them. Obviously free help counts, yeah. So I do watch YouTube and I get tips from there. And as I mentioned in my first few days, some of the tips that I have grasped from some of the YouTubers who are talking about how to speak to the camera confidently is you should smile. Try to smile all the time because people are attracted to smiles. Second, remove any R's and arms and all those repeated words or filler words like or so, etc. You can use them sometimes, but not excessively. And you should prepare a notebook or a note and put down bullet points just describing on what you're going to be talking about in the video, and that's all. And just follow that list, and then you can edit the pauses in the post-production. All right, just to get things right, I'm gonna say that I think I am smiling. I'm trying my best. I'm trying not to use arms and R's, as you can see. I'm quite articulate now, hopefully. And I'm also not trying to use filler words like or so or but, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? In terms of the notes and the bullet points, I haven't had a chance to do that yet because I just haven't had time yet. So I am gonna implement that from day 21, because from day 21 we'll have better videos in terms of the knowledge and my story about my life, etc. I'm gonna be uploading all these videos from day number 1, and I want to look at them once we hit some milestones, hopefully. So yeah, so I've been doing this for 16 days now. This is day number 16 of speaking to the camera confidently, of learning how to speak to the camera confidently. From day number 1 to day number 10, it was merely getting comfortable with the black hole over there, with you guys, as everyone says, or every YouTuber says, that you have to imagine that you're talking to your audience, or imagine that you're talking to your friend, etc. But anyhow, I mean, you know, I did that, and on day 10, I have spoken to you guys inside my car with people walking by and watching me how I'm actually talking to the camera, just to get used to that pressure from the external pressure. And it was quite interesting. Was a little bit I felt a little bit awkward in the first 5 minutes or first 5 people who passed by, but after that I have not felt anything, to be honest with you. And yeah, and I think that, you see, I'm using and like a filler word, which I should learn how to not to use. But it's my day 16, guys, of talking to the camera, so, you know, bear with me. Anyhow, that was a great day. Day number 10, I've learned a lot. And day number 20 will be somewhere in the park where there are more people. So not in the car, not at home, but outside. So wait for it and comment down below if you're waiting for it. Guys, to be straight up with you, I'm literally as I am myself. I'm not putting any character on, etc. I'm just a simple guy who's trying to achieve something on YouTube, because that was my dream for the past 4 years. Actually, it was more than that. It was maybe more than more than 4 years, at least 7 years since I was in uni, because so many YouTubers that were back then, the pranksters and whatnot, they've inspired me to do YouTube, and I always wanted to start, but I didn't know where to start, and all this full-time job and studies, etc., and like personal development were kicking in, and I never had time to do so. And 3 years ago, I have actually tried to start YouTube channel, but it didn't go as I have expected. One of my friends was helping me with that, and he lost the interest basically, and it just didn't go anywhere. But I was willing to start shooting content, like I was literally passionate about it. And then I found out about TikTok, and I was like, okay, stuff it. I don't have a cameraman, I don't have anyone to support me. I'll just go right into it and just start creating videos, uploading. And that's what I basically did. And yeah, after 3.5 years, I have about 7 million followers on TikTok. I'm not trying to boast off here or show off. I'm just telling you my story and what I had to go through and what struggles I have to go through to get to this chair and talk to you guys. You know what I mean? Sorry, I spit on you a little bit. So yeah, and that's how I built Instagram to almost 500,000 followers. It's crazy how your determination and your willingness and your passion to do something can lead to that. Because when I was at 20,000 followers on TikTok, for example, I was showing that to my friends and they were laughing at me, like it was not like laughing as in in a bullish sort of way, but laughing as in like, oh, are you like a kid? Like, what are you doing this kind of TikTok thing for? It's like so childish, blah, blah, blah. And after I actually achieved something, I think after I've achieved like 500,000 followers, people started to get attracted to me, like they started to congratulate me and tell me all these stories about how determined I am and how did I actually achieve that in the first place and things like that. So it's a crazy journey, and after 3 years, finally, I have sat down and I said to myself, no more freaking excuses. You sit down and you start filming yourself from day one, and you're gonna upload these videos to YouTube and see how you grow. So as you guys can see from my day 1, day 2, day 3 videos, I wasn't as comfortable in front of the camera. But now I feel like so energized, like even I'm so freaking tired, but I'm energized to sit down, guys, and talk to you. Even though I woke up at 5 a.m. today, I worked the whole day because it was quite busy in my coffee shop. I finished at 3, I went home, I meditated, I went home, I had dinner, I assembled 2 pieces of furniture from IKEA because I need to organize some of the wirings and all the camera stuff that is going on here. It's quite a mess here if you would know. But yeah, guys, I think it was quite a long introduction, and sorry about that. Sorry, I'm always like trying to correct my glasses because apparently when I look at myself in the mirror, my glasses are a little bit this way, tilted this way, but I told this to the optometrist and they said it's not about the glass, it's about your asymmetry of your brows, etc. I was like, okay, I don't know if that makes sense, but maybe it does make sense. So that's why I'm trying to, level it up here to make it even because it looks better, right? Anyhow, guys, so long story short, from day 1 to day 10, I was just basically trying to get comfortable with the camera. From day 11 till day 20, I'm picking a topic from my personal life and talking about it for 10 minutes. That's it. I haven't decided what's gonna, I already actually have decided. So from day 21 to day 30, I'm gonna talk about my story, and I'm gonna talk about my plans for the future of YouTube. So bear with me. As you can see, I'm more confident now speaking to you guys. I don't know if that sort of came from like TikTok and Instagram video content, but I believe it's a completely different ball game here. It's a completely different vibe because I'm not used to speaking to the camera, sitting down at home alone without anyone around. It felt a bit weird in the beginning, but now I'm in a zone and I feel you guys. I feel like I'm speaking to you and I'm expressing myself to you and you listening, hopefully. Hopefully at least one viewer is watching me, because I'm gonna be starting this YouTube from scratch, from 0 followers, even though I have another YouTube where I have about 5,300 subscribers, but all those subscribers are basically acquired through shorts. And even though I appreciate those subscribers, but I feel like the loyal fans are built through long form content. So that's why I'm gonna challenge myself, start from scratch, start from 0 and see how I grow. And if you guys stay with me from now on, and if I do become someone on YouTube, I'll definitely remember you guys and I'll give to you guys more and more. I'll give back. As you can see, all my videos from TikTok and Instagram, I'm always willing to give back from my heart, and that's sincere, without any bad intentions. It's literally from my heart to inspire people to do better in this world, to do good things in this world. And I believe that majority of people got inspired from me. I do make them smile. I do make them feel emotional because it's needed and people really want to see something positive in this life. I think I'm digressing now. I think I'm gonna go back and pick a topic for today and speak to that topic, about that topic for 10 minutes. I haven't really decided which topic I'm gonna talk about. I feel like I'll pick sports because that somehow came to my mind earlier. So 10 minutes, I'm gonna be talking about sports. All right. Sports. Pretty much all my life, I have been doing some sort of sports because my father ingrained sports in me. I think I talked about this in my previous video, but I am not 100%. I think it was just partly because I can't remember that I was doing topic on sports as of yet. Anyhow, since childhood, my father ingrained sports in me. Yeah, I was talking about that. I was talking about time management. I was talking about sports, physical activities. Yeah, I think I haven't specifically spoken about this, about sports. All right, anyhow, let's do sports. Let's just go with it, yeah? Not gonna waste any more of your time. So basically, my father ingrained sports in me from a young age, from childhood. He always sent me to different activities, or not activities, but sports. So it was Aikido that I did for a few years. My grandfather is a boxer. Yeah, I definitely talked about it in previous videos. But anyhow, let's just go with it. So my grandfather is a 25-year experienced boxer. He used to train me boxing. My father sent me, to Aikido. He sent me to swimming lessons. Then I sort of developed and started playing water polo, and it didn't go to nationals or whatnot, but I did learn how to actually survive in the water when someone's trying to drown you from behind, or if someone is trying to throw the ball on you and you're like goalkeeper and you're trying to save the ball. So yeah, so I think my father sort of ingrained that in me from childhood, and that's how my love for sports came about. And I did so many things. I did MMA before. I did karate a little bit. I did Wing Chun Kung Fu for a year and a half. Then I continued swimming. I did boxing when I arrived to Melbourne for a couple of years. I think 1.5 years or so. And obviously, I'm always I always been in a gym. I always do gym or some kind of exercise, whether it's stretching, cardio, going into the park and do the chin-up bars and pull-up bars and dip bars, etc., etc. So I think that came about from childhood, and that's how I love sports. And I'm still doing sports. I'm not going to gym now, and I'm not going boxing or whatnot. I'm just basically trying to stay healthy as much as I can with as in like healthy physically wise. I'm not trying to, get fat or whatnot. But yeah, this filler word or whatnot came from somewhere. But bear with me, I'm working on that. So yeah, at the moment, what I'm doing is basically stretching and some cardio. Last Saturday, I went out in the park and did some jogging. I went to the chin-up bar area. I did some chin-ups, pull-ups, push-ups, etc. So I am trying to get into the habit of doing stretching every day in the morning before my day starts, and do several push-ups. Do several push-ups, do several sit-ups, etc., etc., just to keep up with the shape and keep up with, the healthier lifestyle, I would say. But my take on sports is that it's an essential thing in your life, in a human being's life, because that keeps you actually motivated to do things. It keeps you out of the couch and keeps you energized at the end of the day. Because once you start doing some kind of sports, you feel more active, you feel less like you feel that you want to procrastinate less, and you want to do things, and you want to go out there and start doing something. You know what I mean? So I think it's quite important for your metabolism as well. I feel like it's important for your mental health, because that's all interconnected at the end of the day, with all those serotonin levels, etc., etc. Around me, I don't know whether my friends are into sports. As far as I know, some of my friends do gym, blah, blah, blah. And I think you should surround yourself with those type of friends or people who are actually leading a healthy lifestyle. Because if you have friends who like to sit in front of a TV with a bag of chips and a big box of pizza and do that continuously, month by month, then you obviously become the same, because it's not, I don't know if it's a stereotype or not, but a lot of people say if you surround you are the same, that shit. I'm so tired, I'm literally exhausted now, but you know what I mean, you know that quote, right? Like, if you surround yourself with friends who are achievers, motivated, ambitious, success, like to achieve success, blah blah blah, you'll become that person eventually. So that's the goal I'm trying to follow. But obviously it's a little bit hard to achieve that, because at this particular moment I'm in a coffee shop pretty much all day long, then I'm editing content, and then I have to do this and that, and never have time to actually go and join some communities or events and get to know more people. So I think that will come once everything is settled, in terms of that I'm not crazily involved every day in the coffee shop that I run, and hopefully it's more delegated in the future. But yeah, that's the situation here. Sometimes I just want to go and play basketball in the park, because I see this young lads playing basketball, and I just want to come and join, but it just doesn't happen. I think because first of all, there's a sort of a little bit of a barrier. I haven't played basketball in a while. Second barrier is there's no my friends, so I can't really join, and it does feel a little bit awkward. But there are ways. Obviously, it's not an excuse to actually say that you can't really play basketball whilst everyone else is playing there. And that's how you actually make friends in that community, if you step in and do something and start playing basketball, right? And I will do that eventually one day, but not at this moment. Now I'm just trying to get into the habit of getting some cardio done, stretching, swimming, get my health back on track, and take it from there basically. So that's my take on sports. Let me know, guys, if you do any sports and what you think about sports. If you think that it's a great thing to implement into your life, comment down below. If you like the video and like my confidence and liked how I improved from day number 1 video, please comment down below or like the video or subscribe. I will really appreciate it, guys. Let me see the time. Oh, I still have 1 minute and 30 seconds. I think one point I want to mention is that, like, my grandfather was a boxer for 25 years, my uncle is a boxer, and I think when you're surrounded with those type of people who did some great achievements in sports, I think you look up to them, and especially they're your relatives, and you feel like, oh, you can do that as well, and you feel like you can achieve something, and that's where you look up to, and you start getting into those steps, and then you start achieving something and getting disciplined and start doing sports, etc., etc. Because back in school, where I started back in Almaty, the school actually not forces you, but there's a subject of I don't know, not gymnastics, PE or whatever. Yeah, whatever, PT, PE, whatever you call it in English. I'm not 100% sure, but that's just a sports lesson, yeah? So yeah, that was one of the other places I got the habit of doing sports. And I was good at it, I was good at running, and I was actually once sent to nationals to compete, but I didn't end up going because I thought I wasn't on the list, but that's another story. And yeah, I think if you are a parent, which I'm not, if you are a parent, but I'm just talking from my story here, if you are a parent, then obviously try to ingrain sports into your childhood, early stages of life, so that they love sport and they will start doing it when they grow up, hopefully, and that's just gonna benefit them in so many ways. Alright, guys, thank you for watching. That was it for today. I'll see you in day number 17. I hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for watching till now. I would really appreciate some feedback, a comment, or a subscription. I'm starting from zero. It's a hard journey, I believe, and yeah, I hope you stay with me from the beginning up until when I achieve something. Thank you, guys. Au revoir.